Subtlety is something that's really important, and it has to do sort of with the idea of elegance. And so we always try to create fewer elements rather than more elements. And I think that's sort of where the elegance lies. When you can say more by doing less, that goes a long way. I'm Wayne Chavalier. I'm a partner with Studio Bracket Architects, and we are at the Malibu Crest house here in Malibu, California. The original house was a 1940s international style, mid-century modern house with really clean lines, broad overhangs, lots of glass, really strong indoor-outdoor connection. It was just a really cool house. You look at the old photos and it's just hillsides and ocean, and then this house up on the knoll. The thing with international style of architecture is that it's kind of not site-specific. It can be built sort of anywhere. And so one of the things Sam and Emily wanted to do with the remodel was they wanted to make it more livable for today's lifestyle, and sort of recognizing that the kitchen is such a central role in the way we live today. We moved the kitchen from the back of the house to the beach side of the house, gave it a view, and then opened up the plan a little bit more to really make it a series of open spaces kind of surrounding different masses or planes. In the kitchen, we have what I call the utility core, which the whole house kind of circulates around it. And kind of hidden within that are a lot of the everyday functions of a house. You know, there's a powder room, there's a laundry pantry in there, but we didn't want to see any of that stuff. We wanted it to read as a cabinet, and you wouldn't necessarily know that these things exist in there. So the original house didn't have the clear story detail, the monitor pop-up. That was one of the things we wanted to do, was to get more light into the house. The master suite already had a view in the original house. We opened that up, we shifted it over a little bit. It has a stronger connection to the outdoors than it did before, and the sequence of approach is integral to the architecture of this house. Winding up this driveway under the trees, getting to the motor court and, hearing the gravel under the tires. Those were all sort of important experiential elements. In addition to responding to the original architecture and sort of wanting to be respectful of that and those lines, we also wanted to take into account Sam and Emily's passion for antique cars. And so part of what we had to do was sort of account for that and create ways for their classic cars to be sort of housed in a way that was fitting to the quality of these cars. Part of what we needed to do was expand the garage, knowing that the owners were going to be keeping their cars here and that it was going to be a bigger part of their life. The uniqueness of this site is that it's on a knoll, so we have view pretty much 360 degrees around this house. And by putting that window there, it brings a lot of natural light, and it kind of really helps to keep that garage kind of a special place. And by the way, Sam and Emily were very involved. They have a very sophisticated design sense, and Sam's an industrial engineer, Emily is an artist, and we had a great collaboration during this project. And I think the house's relationship to nature and to the site are all very calming influences. You can hear the sound of water from pretty much all of the rooms of the house. It's very secluded and very private, but it still offers this amazing view, and I think they've had a lot of good times here.